To use the bin replenishment function in Business Central, we need to make sure that the conditions for the bin replenishment are configured correctly. Let's look at an example at how we can do this. And I will go to Locations. And of course, I will open Location Wide. And let's go to the zones, because remember, one of the conditions is that a bin replenishment happens from a bin with a lower ranking to a bin with a higher ranking. And so for Cronus, the bin replenishment would typically be replenishing items from the bulk zone to, for example, the picking zone. So and this means that the bins in the bulk zone should have a lower ranking than the ones in the picking zone. And here, by looking at the zone ranking, it seems to be okay, because the default ranking for the bulk bins is 50, while the default ranking for the picking bins is 100. So this means indeed from a lower ranking to a higher ranking, so that's okay. Then another condition is that the item that you want to include in the bin replenishment should have a fixed bin. All right, so let's look at an example. So I will open the bins for the picking zone. Let's take the first one and let's check if this bin has fixed, or if this bin is a fixed bin for items. So and that's something that you can do, of course, by going to the bin contents. So in here you can see that this bin is a fixed bin for item LS75. So the item with the fixed field selected, as you can see here, so this means it's a fixed bin. So that's the second condition. So this means that LS75 now could be included in the bin replenishment. And then the replenishment, and let me maybe go to the white layout. So the replenishment is replenishing quantities based on the minimum and the maximum quantity. So the replenishment is triggered when the quantity on the bin is less than the minimum quantity, and then the system will try to replenish up to the maximum quantity. So and also this condition is met, as you can see here. So the minimum quantity is 12, and currently we don't have any of these speakers on this bin. So the replenishment could be triggered, and if there are enough quantities on other bins with a lower ranking, then the program will suggest to replenish up to 40, as you can see here. So this means that for this item all the conditions are met and it could be included in the bin replenishment. Now, how to run a bin replenishment is something that we will look at in the next unit.